invite the spammers? At this point, look, that's another great point. I'll go back to what I said at the beginning. When I was out there and I was putting out information, if it was in the mobile world or if it was in any other company that I was working for as full-time employee, the thing that kept tipping me off or kept killing me is that as soon as I would start talking to people or start talking about products or getting people interested into something, I would be considered a spammer. So going to forums and being considered a spammer right away is completely counterproductive. I give people the fair shot of talking about whatever they want. If we really see that people are abusing the system, we can disable their account or take the necessary measures. We also have a ranking system of some kind, which is what you can see here. So whenever somebody replies to a new post or they read a new post, they can also rank it based on if it was interesting or spammy or racy, or there's a couple of different rankings. So if it gets ranked spam a few times, it's not automatic.
How easy is it to post it? Can you email in or?
To post? Okay, so I'll just go in quickly. It's very straightforward, like any other site. Second. So it's just like any other site. You log in, you choose your category. Let's go to pics and vids, and you're ready to go. You just give it a subject. You can add images, YouTube videos, a URL to any other site. Very much like any other editor out there. Replying is very much the same. Just jump into one of these categories. You guys must have maybe seen this video. So a little confused kid after dental work always makes me laugh. Time to watch it?
It's okay, it's on Fox News for now.
What happened?
Dental work. Kind of. So
It's embedded in the discussion.
It's embedded in, yeah. And people can add their comments, their videos, their images. Again, that's a little bit different than the way it is on Digg today. On Digg, you have the basic picture, a link to the full story, and you're off to the actual story. The conversation can happen on a different set. Here, we're trying to keep people as much as we can into the site. So we give them the tools to embed videos, their images, take as much content as we can and put it within the conversation.
By the way, you think you're going to be taking users away from Digg and bringing them to HYPick, or is it a totally different type of user that doesn't?
I think that I think that there's a very, very heavy set of users. The hardcore Digg users that stay on Digg. There's a lot of people making good money off of getting content off on the Digg homepage. But I think that there's an equal amount of people who are dissatisfied with this democracy of some sort. Whereas you need a lot of friends. You have to have a lot of power on Digg. You have to be there from the beginning to get your content out there. Well, that's not the case. Hillel was also took a look at the site, and one of the things that he mentioned is that he was able to do something on HYPick that he wasn't able to do in 2 years of being on Digg. He got his content right on the homepage. Sure, we do have a lot less users, but it's a lot easier. His stuff is there, people are interacting with it, and we're trying to level out the playing field.
When you have as many users as Digg, is it going to be as popular as on the homepage?
Look, if his content is fresh enough, I think it's all a matter of connecting with the right people. People are, again, we're not giving the option of voting up or down. People really have to contribute some sort of feedback. So that is a filter of some sort. In my opinion, again, I never really connected with the voting up and down. I don't like the 5-star voting system. I really want to know what people are talking about, and that to me is a lot more useful.
Why, if you have as many users like it did, why your data will be organized better? Maybe you will need 20 categories, 100, because it will become again.
Well, we can have subcategories. Again, if we're looking at Digg, we have subcategories. We can always do the same thing with HYPick, break it down. Subcategory, it could be within news, it could be business, it could be world news. We can break it down and make it different categories. But since we just started, we can play around with that. It's not a problem. There's a lot of other things that we want to do. We want to have people, there's a lot of APIs that we want to utilize. So we want people to be able to add video comments and not just textual or images comments. Integrating physics is an option of adding more comments.
You talk a lot about Digg, and I think it calls for some comparison. You asked about the spam. Well, there are the kind of spam which we had a company called Contract, which can help with, which is detecting content spam. Right. The other one is the Digg type of spam, which a lot of people group together and try to push stuff up to the industry. Some people say if you have this problem and you have so many users that try to push stuff up, it's like might be lucky. But then again, one of the problems that we have with Digg is making money. Digg has a big problem making money, even though it's one of the most popular sites out there.
Right.
And one of the reasons it is because people's attention is more to the story and getting it up there and hoping to get people to read it, and not so much when people come to visit, take attention to the advertising.
Right.
Which is the problem with other sites. It's a very big problem with Digg. How do you think you'll be different in Digg in that perspective? Of course, business model, but not just advertising. How is it different in Digg?
Okay, so one of the basic things that I really wanted to achieve with HYPick is to make the story or the focus around the engagement of the users, and not just get the story on the homepage. You can get the story on the homepage, but I really wanted to have people interacting and to build up a story on the site. So and a lot of things that are happening or that really seem to work well, and Digg has utilized it is branding forums, branding categories within the site. So if there's a new site, you can always brand it different colors, have different themes, and that's one direction that I'm looking at as far as monetizing. If we can have subcategories, again, you can always go down the page. But yeah, advertising is one way, branding is another, or fixed spots within the site. Those are different directions that we're looking for as far as monetizing.
Okay, last question.
Question and a quick comment. Have you been funded?
No, sir.
Okay. Comment was, have you thought about providing your comment feedback through your niece company with the video?
Haven't yet.
Oh, I mean, you've got comments. You're talking about providing video feedback comments that instead of just the person's feedback, they could also be provided through their video stream, which you can also enforce advertising.
I think where they're going is more of the business to business. We're trying to stay within the end user or the consumer. And there are other solutions out there which already have APIs. It might be an alternative, but the one that we're really looking at is HYPick, and their community seems to connect with ours, where there's a forum type system which is based on video, and we didn't want to go that way because I know that most people who are engaging in content or adding new content are sitting 90% of the time in the office. So being on video and answering on video isn't as effective as typing. So we're focused more on that, but if we wanted to add the video, we can do it with sites such as TV.
Okay, what's your biggest challenge and how can the Founders Club help you?
Okay, so the biggest challenge is this. The way I see HYPick is, it's sort of like a party. Nobody wants to be the first person out on the dance floor. Everybody wants to see that, other people are making a fool of themselves before they're out there dancing. So for a site like HYPick to work, there has to be a lot of people adding content and fresh content and responding before, it really picks up.
How many do you have currently?
We're in the hundreds. A lot of them are still, watching and reviewing. We're still trying to get people more to reply. So we have in the hundreds, and it's growing every day thanks to great feedback from bloggers out there. But we do need, everybody out there to add their content. If you have a blog, add content to it with a link back to your site. If you have a new site, if you have a service, there's no reason that you shouldn't utilize a site like HYPick. You're going to get the views, the engagement. Again, that's something that I mentioned to you and to Hillel as well. If your content is sitting on your blog, that's one place that you can get more exposure. Write a little bit about it, send a link back to your site, and get a fresh new audience.
Okay. We're out of time. Sorry.